Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in USL League One. We'll take you back into the week that was, get you ready for the weekend that will be, go through the standings, all the news, and get you ready for all of the votes of the week, goal and save, and everything that you need to know and how you can be as interactive on a weekly basis with everything going on. In USL League One, we've also got Open Cup to talk about too, so we'll get into those matchups as we go. As we always say, we've got to go backward before we can go forward. Last week, in USL League One, looking at the matchups, and we've got to get into it because there are some midweek matches as well because of Open Cup and rearrangements. It was only it was 5 matches, but it was over a couple of different days. Wednesday in the midweek at Regal Soccer Stadium, Central Valley Fuego continued their early season road trip. It was a 1-1 draw with 1 knocks at Regal. On the weekend, it was at Caniglia Field in Nebraska, and it was North Carolina FC and Union Omaha. It's our match of the week. Highlights courtesy of our friends at USL League One, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
There is the opening whistle from Jervis Aragana, and here we go on this Saturday afternoon. Union Omaha and NCFC, two sides with very new and very high expectation. Because of those changes, and an early turnover and maybe an early chance for North Carolina. It's Olex Anderson, crowded out, goes down, penalty. 30 seconds in, North Carolina will have a spot kick and a golden chance to take an immediate lead. Fuego, he saved a penalty in the Open Cup to beat Chicago Fire last year. It's Rafa Menzinger, and it's 1-0 NCFC. He sends Nuhu the wrong way. Taken quickly and short. Returned, looking to bend one in, and it's on frame nearly, just wide. What a strike, not far away. Nice turn in space, Brito keeping possession, now Heel top of the box. It's Heel, and Holiday gets his fingertips to it. And it rolls across the end line, and it will be the first corner of the day for Omaha. And here's Brewer. Down by the corner flag now, Shaft Brewer. To put it in with his left, took a deflection, Mesa up for it, Holiday up for it, it falls to Heel, and Heel has it cleared off the line. Swung on and missed from the top of the box. It's a moment ago that was cleared off the line. It started with Brewer doing really well to put in a ball with his weaker left foot, and Holiday able to punch but not getting much on it, and Heel thought he had scored. Not so much that time. NCFC create a counter here before the end of the half. They very well might. It's Luis Perez given room to line one up. It takes a deflection and winds up in the back of the net. And it's a killer second for North Carolina before the break indeed. Luis Perez. Well, it just opened up for him, and the Owls backed off and invited him to shoot. Who did this deflect off? It was Palacios. Came off Palacios. Navarro standing in a bunch of space on this near side at the bottom of your picture. Who's it going to be? It's Perez delivering in. It's Somersault heading it down and touched over the bar by Nuhu. Good save to keep Omaha in it for now. Playing extremely well. Showcasing so much of that improvement they have made since last year. Here come the Owls though. It's Gallardo wriggling loose. It's Gallardo with a crack. He hit the bar. What an effort. So close to a spectacular goal. In their first goal of the day. Watch this from Gallardo. Striking across it. Bang. Wow, that was all bar, wasn't it? Thought initially. Gallardo. Clever feet. Oh, what a sequence that is. That's going on his highlight reel at the end of this year. Interesting angle and spot for a free kick. It's actually inside the top of that 18. Nicholas Holiday has placed just a 2-man wall. It's Gallardo off the underside of the bar and in. He beats the wall, he beats Holiday, and the Owls are back in this. Joe Gallardo, his first of the year. Up and down. Holiday, I think, will feel he should have done better. Tried to punch it over the bar and missed. Last chance for Union Omaha. Gallardo near post, flicked along. The heads are up. It loops over the bar. It's out. It's a goal kick. That should just about do it. There's the final whistle. It's a massive 3 points on the road for North Carolina FC.
So North Carolina FC gets the win 2-1 on the road. A very tough place to play going up against the Murder Owls. Big 3 points for North Carolina FC. City Stadium with their early start, goalless draw. Richmond and Northern Colorado hailstorm. Breeze Stevens had forward Madison putting 4 on the board at home in a 4-1 win against Greenville Triumph. And the last match of the weekend at Toyota Stadium in Lexington, Lex SC, knocked off South Georgia Tormenta by the score of 2-1. So that gets us into our standings. After 4 matches, Charlotte Independence on top with 8 points. North Carolina FC with their second win of the year. They're now at 7. Tormenta has already played 5 matches. They have 6 points, and they have won 2 and lost 3. Forward Madison has 5 points, and they have an identical record over Northern Colorado Hailstorm, and goal difference and points right now both at 5. Northern Colorado Hailstorm on the tiebreakers is now in 5th. Richmond Kickers, goal difference of 0, has in their 4 matches 5 points as well. They would be in the last playoff spot if things ended today. Union Omaha at 4 points. A lot of folks at 4 points. Union Omaha, 3 matches, 4 points. They're ahead of both One Knox and Chattanooga on goal difference. Lex SC with 4 points at goal difference of -1 in 4 matches. Central Valley Fuego has played 3 matches, and they have a goal difference of -1. Greenville out of the blocks at 0-3 in their first 3 matches and a goal difference of -6. News and notes and everything else going on in USL League One. Reminder, you have the matchups going on involving teams in USL League One, and a lot of these matchups are going to be fun. Remember, U.S. Open Cup is tremendous entertainment for those that are in the tournament. You've got Charlotte FC taking on South Georgia Tormenta after South Georgia Tormenta knocked off RGV in Statesboro in the last round. So it's going to be a tough test for Tormenta as they go on the road to Matthews. Also, St. Louis City SC, which version of them do we get? What kind of a lineup does Bradley Carnell trot out as they go up against the Murder Owls? St. Louis SC and St. Louis City SC, Union Omaha. That one's going to be a fun matchup, as well as Charleston and Charlotte Independence. That one's going to be a fun one as well. Here's your trivia. Charleston Battery were Charlotte's first opponent in club history back in 2015. Of course, that was when life was back in USL Championship for both. Now with Independence dropping down to USL League One. You're undefeated heading in. Current Independence forward Dane Kelly going back to face a club where he made his name in the U.S. That one will be definitely a fun one. DC United taking on Richmond Kickers. Remember, Kickers have a big Open Cup history, winning the tournament back in 1995. Big history with DC United. You first meet in the Open Cup in the quarters in 2001 at RFK. No word on if the Raccoons were present for that one. Kickers earned their first upset in 2004. How will they go up against Wayne Rooney? That one's going to be interesting. Colorado Rapids and Northern Colorado Hailstorm. I guess this is for the Colorado Championship belt. And the hosts have been upset by lower division clubs before. New Mexico United, remember, winning in Commerce City back in 2019. So there's that one to look at. You've also got a lot of other matchups involving USL Championship teams, so it's going to be fun looking at what's going on with USL League One and with our friends in USL Championship. Player of the Month brought to us by our friends at Konami eFootball. Neil Vigneault gets Player of the Month for the month of March, and it was an unbeaten month for them. 5th season in League One, 3rd in Richmond. Player of the Week honors in Week 2, assisting in the winner against Greenville. 1-0-1 start, 87% passing accuracy, winning 17 duels on the year, 14 recoveries, 5 dribbles completed, 4 chances created in 2 matches, getting 33% of the vote. Goal of the Week nominees for week number 5. Go to USLLeagueONE.com, click on the banner, and you can vote for your Fans' Choice Goal of the Week until Thursday at 12:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Vote on the poll on the website. Go to the USL app and on USL League One social media channels. Goals of the week, Jake Keegan from One Knox for his goal against Central Valley. Joe Gallardo, Union Omaha, for his goal against North Carolina FC that you heard a little earlier. Noah Pilato for his goal, the one goal that Greenville got against Forward Madison. Christian Cheney for Forward Madison in that same match. Cheney cashing in on a penalty save on the other end. ball gets past the Greenville keeper. So it's Keegan, Gallardo, Pilato, and Cheney. USL League ONE.com. You have until Thursday at 12:30 to vote for the goal of the week. Power rankings for week 4 heading into this week. Charlotte on top, stays where they are. Union Omaha up 1-2, Richmond down 1-3. Northern Colorado stays at 4. North Carolina up 1-6. Then you had South Georgia Tormenta up to 4. Then remember, this is before all of the action of the past 7 days. Greenville down 2-7. Chattanooga up 3-8. Central Valley 1 Knox and Forward Madison each down 2-9, 10, and 11. Lex SC at 0-2-1. They were at number 12. Also on the board, Coach of the Month, Mike Jeffries named Coach of the Month for his time with Charlotte Independence, and that's what you're staring at for Coach of the Month, once again presented by League One. Team of the Week for week number 4, Pedro Fonseca, South Georgia Tormenta, ended up with Player of the Week honors, and joining him on the Team of the Week, Bernd Shipman, the keeper for Forward Madison, Jacob Kroll. Also on defense from Forward Madison, Davey Mason from Tormenta, Alexi Suahi from Union Omaha. Fonseca is a part of your midfield 5. Jackson Curry from Tormenta is there. Andrew Powley, Walter Varela from Chattanooga Red Wolves, Luis Perez, North Carolina FC, and your forward up top, Dane Kelly and Joe Meza are your defenders. Your bench, Rashid Nuhu from Union Omaha, joined by Tariq Muhammad from Lex SC, Tyler Pollock from Greenville, Alexis Cerritos from Central Valley, Luis Heel from Omaha, and Wallace Anderson from North Carolina, Steven Dos Santos also from the Murder Owls. That's your run for everything in USL League One. So let's get into the schedule and get you ready for the action. Actually, a couple games in the midweek, so we got to be on the hop for this one. 2 matches on your Wednesday. Charlotte hosting Union Omaha at American Legion Memorial Stadium on Wednesday the 19th. Then 7:30 at Paladin Stadium on the campus of Furman University. Central Valley continues their eastern swing in Greenville. Friday, 2 matches. One at Regal, 6 o'clock. It is 1 Knox hosting South Georgia Tormenta. 7 o'clock at Wake Med, North Carolina FC, hosting Chattanooga Red Wolves. On Saturday the 22nd, putting an end to the week, it is Charlotte hosting Central Valley and Lex SC hosting Greenville Triumph. Central Valley is going to have a lot of home dates with a lot of teams traveling east to west as the season goes along, because they have Wednesday in Greenville, then Saturday in Charlotte. They are spending a lot of time on the East Coast to get everything squared away early on here in the season. So that is your run of everything going on in USL League One. Go to USLLeagueONE.com. Get all the information that you need on a daily basis when you are not listening to the updates here at SDH. If you're in market and can catch one of the matches as the league continues to grow, go for it. Fantastic competition, one of the more competitive leagues here in the Pyramid. Also, if you are in market and cannot follow along, then go through your local providers. If you are out of market, still want to follow along, you can follow along on ESPN Plus, because they have all the matches in USL League One that are brought to you in the 2023 season. So for everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Play it safe, everybody. That is all the action going on in USL League One.
There can be only one!
Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in the USL Championship. And what we will do is take you through the last 7 days, get you ready for a very, very busy week and get you up to date with all the news and information that you are gathering on a daily basis when you are not hanging out with us here at SDH. It's Power Rankings, Goal of the Week, transactions, talking points, storylines, young players, everything that is going on. And we go over the Open Cup as well. So let's go over the schedule over the last 7 days to get us caught up and get you squared away for everything going on here in USL Championship. Back on Wednesday at Al Lang, Charleston goes to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay off to a rough start. They beat Tampa Bay by the final of 2-1. Saturday's matches, Charleston continued going from Tampa to Tulsa. Early start at One Oak. They got the win over FC Tulsa by the same score of 2-1. Ben Pierman's squad really doing well out of the blocks. Loudoun United shuts out Birmingham Legion at Segra 3-0. It is Pittsburgh Riverhounds at Highmark, beating RGV by the score of 2-0. Goalless draw at Ricardo Silva between the Miami FC and Detroit City. Lynn Family, Lou City, and San Antonio is your match of the week, at least one of them on the crossover. Here's your highlights from two of the heavyweights, courtesy of our friends at the USL Championship, ESPN Plus and YouTube.
Lou City, as they always are, in their purples. Referee blows his whistle, and the rematch commences from Lou City. The final revisited. Here's some possession for the visitors here. San Antonio trying to work their way down his far side. Nice challenge from Josh Winder, who's got a big weekend change coming up for him in his career. And then a bit of a challenge back in there was a bit rash. Misplaced pass in behind. Nico Hansen for San Antonio, crosses it into the middle. Big chance! Great save down by Zemla to keep San Antonio out. That was a lovely piece of interplay from the visitors.
Again, a long ball. Hansen gets the good touch through the mid.
At Lynn Family Stadium, and they have the ultimate opposition in their building tonight. Here's Mushagalusa on the attack for the hosts. Going right at Connor Maloney. Mushagalusa shoots! And it's fielded well by Jordan Farr in his goal. That looked like a team more that was ready to go for the jugular, as Ownby is brought down by Bailey and is going to see yellow here. That was a very rash challenge, and I think he knew exactly what his fate was going to become. Tellefson out wide. Dia. Mushagalusa. More probing from Lou City. Good ball in for Harris! Oh, my word! It's a stunning header! Wilson Harris lights up Louisville with a beautiful, beautiful headed goal. And the challengers lead the champions.
Man, oh man, what a beautiful goal. A beautiful feed from the left side, Mushagalusa, and what a finish. My goodness, a lot of quality from Harris that time. Look at the way he turns. The ball's coming in. Man, what a goal. And if you score a goal against Jordan Farr,
Garcia must be having some good set piece and training sessions. That's a really good ball in. Headed away before Hansen could get his noggin to it. PC with some lovely control and nearly a beautiful finish. It just weaved from right to left, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. That's better from the champions. Ownby. Ownby wants it back. He makes a nice run. It's a brilliant ball. Ownby has help in the middle, and it's slashed wide by Harris. But San Antonio clear, and the half ends here in Louisville. A very, very strong first half from the hosts, Lou City. Wilson Harris.
they want to score early, and if they can get it out of counterattack, that fits exactly their style of play.
Mushagalusa wins it back. He's dragged down. It's a free kick. And Shannon Gomez sees yellow for the challenge. But with Lou City in the box seat for 3 points right now, San Antonio has to go for an equalizing goal. Abu goes for it. It wasn't far away. Good strike from the substitute, but couldn't hit the target. Parker again. 3 minutes left. Maloney lets one fly! Good save from Zemla.
This is the spark that San Antonio needed out of the right center back here tonight.
Is there a late twist here for San Antonio? Abu's ball in. Hurtado! Wide. Tough angle. And that's the final act. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
So 1-0, Lou City gets the 1 goal. That's all they needed for the win. Big win for Lou City at home. Also at AutoZone, Memphis and Vegas Lights in a chaotic match in a crossover, 2-2 draw. So Stephen Glass and Memphis 901 gather a point on the deal. Also your match out west for Match of the Week, New Mexico United and San Diego Loyal at the Lab. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at USL Championship, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
It's a much-anticipated match, their home opener here in Week 6 of the USL Championship. San Diego in the center circle, and Loyal gets us underway for the first time at the Lab in 2023. First touches here for Harry Swartz. And Hamilton through on goal, and Hamilton unleashes one in a big-time save from Koke Vegas. And Chris, that run caught me off guard. I'm pretty sure caught the defenders off guard as well. You don't typically see Sam Hamilton getting forward in positions like that. Here's Armando Moreno putting one in, looking back post, Moar, and it's saved again. The rebound hammered home by the captain, and New Mexico take the lead in the 9th minute. Sam Hamilton opens it up.
And it's that freedom that Justin Portillo gives Sam Hamilton to be a little more adventurous with his runs. Breaking from deep, caught San Diego Loyal completely off guard. He's been very active, trying to get touches, running channels, but also coming deep and not being afraid to connect the play in there as well.
Darling getting chased to this one, and Darling was looking to open up his account. And Martin finds Collier now. Yearwood whiffs on the tackle. Collier, and he sends that one into the side netting. San Antonio FC man scored 4 goals in 23 appearances there last season. Seymour caught out of position. That's leaving Damas to run free, and Tambakis has to come up and make a play on the ball. And Tambakis a little shaken up.
Oil spotting this, just played in there. And I tell you what, Tambakis had to be brave there. Damas was full pace and was not pulling out of that tackle at all. And, Damas as well, he's lucky if his studs have got caught in the turf there. That could have been an ugly collision for him as well. But
the number of saves so far, specifically early in the first half, New Mexico got out to a hot start. As Moreno tracks back to try to make a play defensively, as this one goes back post and nearly tapped home. Almost equalizing here in the 38th minute.
Yeah, and you can just see, I think it's Santi Moore.
As we mentioned earlier, scored 12 goals for New Mexico back in 2019. Bagged 20 goals for rival Phoenix Rising over the last 3 seasons. Here's Ronaldo Damas through on goal, and he just sends it wide somehow, Chris.
All of a sudden, their attack has absolutely come to life here. Squares it across, and Tambakis makes himself big, so makes the target really small. Ronaldo Damas does everything he possibly can to squeeze that in the far corner, just wide of the post.
Damas, it's a Fiesta Auto free kick. Martin standing over it alongside Adams. And that's going to be the equalizer for San Diego. In first half stoppage time, they scored in first half stoppage here last season at the Lab, and the equalizer comes once again. As Daniel Bruce might have been through there, plays the cross in, falls to Moar, deflected out. Moar once again. Portillo now.
Born out of frustration just about 3 or 4 minutes earlier there. He just got caught up in a little tussle at the back and maybe a little frustrated, so went.
San Diego wins the initial header, flicked on by Seymour. And that is full time here at the Lab. The 4th meeting between these two clubs results in a 4th draw.
So honors even by the time they're done. 1-1 draw to Mexico United and San Diego Loyal. Also, Hartford Athletic travels west, knocks off Oakland Roots by the score of 2-1 at Pioneer Stadium at CSU East Bay. In Irvine, California, Orange County SC beats Indy 11-1-0. Late action, Phoenix Rising Stadium at the corner of 38th and Washington. Phoenix Rising 1, Monterey Bay 1. Sacramento Republic at Hard Health put a 4-0 shutout on Colorado Springs. So that gets us into the standings as we head into match week 7/8. Eastern Conference, Charleston Battery, 6 matches. They haven't lost one, 14 points. Lou City at 12 points, goal difference of -3. Those 2 losses out west really hurt. Birmingham Legion at 10 points. Pittsburgh Riverhounds at 9. Loudoun at 7. FC Tulsa at 6 with a record of 1-3-3. Hartford Athletic gets their first win. Gets them into what would be a playoff spot. They're in 7th at a -5. Indy 11 is right now at 1-2-2. After their first 5 matches, they're also at 5 points ahead of Tampa Bay on goal difference. Tampa Bay at -4 in goal difference with 5 points. Detroit City at 1-4-1 has 4 points. The Miami FC has not won yet. They have 4 draws. Memphis 901 only played 4 matches. They have 2 draws and 2 points. Western Conference, Sacramento up 14 points right now after 6 matches. 3 ahead of San Diego Loyal, who's ahead of San Antonio on goal difference. Colorado Springs at 10 points. Monterey Bay is at 8. 2s across the board in their 6 matches. Oakland Roots, 5 matches played, 7 points ahead of El Paso on goal difference. RGV at 6 points. Orange County at 6 points. Goal difference being the difference there. RGV would be in the final playoff spot in the West. Orange County at 6 points at a -2. Phoenix Rising at 6 points. After 5 matches played, New Mexico United at 1-2-1 and 4 points. Vegas Lights have yet to win this year, and they have 4 draws and 4 points. All the news that you need to know what's going on. Remember, we've got Open Cup coming up. And keep an eye on all of that. We'll get into the matchups coming up in short order when it comes to Open Cup. A lot of teams in the USL Championship that are a part of the process as the Palace intrigue continues. Pittsburgh Riverhounds hosting Maryland Bobcats. Loudoun United hosting Flower City Union. Birmingham Legion hosting Chattanooga FC. New Mexico United Phoenix Rising will be an interesting one. Timbers hosting Orange County SC. Sacramento Republic hosting Oakland Roots. Charlotte FC in MLS hosting a League One team in South Georgia, Tormenta. Crew hosting Indy 11. Vegas Lights hosting RSL. And Cubo Torres in Las Vegas this year. Tampa Bay hosting Houston Dynamo. It is Seattle hosting San Diego Loyal. Interesting one at Starfire. Charleston Battery hosting Charlotte Independence. Detroit City hosting the Loons. Revs hosting Hartford Athletic. DC United hosting Richmond Kickers in League One. Colorado Rapids, Northern Colorado. Hailstorm also out of League One. Interesting matchup, San Antonio FC. Jordan Farr gets to stop Nashville SC's offense. Also, you've got Atlanta United hosting Memphis 901 and their former coach Stephen Glass. Monterey Bay hosting San Jose. Miami FC hosting Inter Miami. And FC Cincinnati hosting Lou City. The Dirty River Derby, or the River Cities Cup, was the biggest rivalry in USL Championship 4 years after they last met in Open Cup. FC Cincinnati and Lou City should be a fun one. So that's what your rundown is when it comes to U.S. Open Cup coming up in short order. Jorge Hernandez has joined San Antonio FC via transfer from a team in the Belgian Pro League. New multi-year contract with San Antonio FC. So more firepower for the team in San Antonio. Team of the week for week number 6. Augustine Williams is your player of the week for the Charleston Battery, presented by our friends at Konami eFootball. In net, Danny Vitiello for Sacramento. Koa Santos, part of your back line of 3 for Loudoun United. Derek Dodson for Charleston. Lucas Stauffer for Vegas Lights. Khalil El-Medkar for Loudoun as a part of your midfield 4. Sam Hamilton from New Mexico United. Conrado Forbes from Pittsburgh. Dante Polvara from Charleston Battery. Augustine Williams, part of your forwards up top, joined by Zach Ryan from Loudoun. Nick Markanich from Charleston Battery. Your bench, Oliver Semley from Lou City. Kevon Lambert from Phoenix. Gasu Samake from Loudoun. Jeremy Kelly from Memphis 901. Charlie Adams, San Diego Loyal. Rodrigo Lopez from Sacramento Republic. And Prince Saidi from Hartford Athletic. Also on the board, remember that Orange County SC's Bryce Jamison was called up to the USU 17, so that's great news for everybody there in Irvine, California. You have your power rankings for Week 6. Top 10, Sacramento stays where they've been. Charleston up 2-2. Lou City up 2-3, which means San Antonio and San Diego drop to 4 and 5. Pittsburgh up 4-6. Monterey Bay up 2-7, which means Colorado drops to 8. Loud United rockets up the standings in the power rankings. And once again, it's what they are, power rankings at USLChampionship.com. Loud United up 8 to number 9. Tampa Bay down 2-10. Birmingham down 4-11. El Paso stays at 12. Phoenix Rising up 2-13. Orange County at 14. Vegas Lights to 15. Hartford Athletic up 6-16. Oakland Roots down 6-17. New Mexico United up 2-18, which means Indy 11, RGV, and FC Tulsa drop. Memphis goes up to 22. The Miami FC and Detroit City are 23 and 24. When you look at Goal of the Week nominees for week number 6, you can vote on them through Thursday, April 20th at noon Eastern Time. Augustine Williams' goal from Charleston going up against Tampa Bay. Wilson Harris for Lou City against San Antonio. Emmanuel Ledesma's goal for Vegas against Memphis 901. And Luis Felipe for Sacramento against Colorado Springs. So that's a lot of stuff going on in USL Championship. Don't forget, follow USL Championship on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram to get all of the information that you need when it comes to social media. Going through the schedule coming up over the next 7 days. It's going to start off with a lot of action on the weekend on Saturday, and there's actually 3 Sunday games. So we'll run through them here quickly. 7 o'clock at the Mic on Saturday, Indy 11 hosting Monterey Bay. Big matchup early in the East, 7:30 at Patriots Point. That'll be game of the week next week. Charleston hosting Lou City. Is Charleston for real? We'll find out. 8 o'clock, Widener Field, downtown Colorado Springs. Switchbacks hosting New Mexico United. 8 o'clock at HEB. It is RGV and Memphis 901. 8:30 at Toyota, San Antonio and Phoenix. 9:30 at Southwest University Park. El Paso hosting the Riverhounds. 10 o'clock in Irvine, Orange County and Birmingham Legion. 10 o'clock at Hard Health, Sacramento Republic hosting Detroit City. Sunday, 3 matches. 4 o'clock at Segra, Loudoun United hosting Oakland Roots. 4 o'clock at Ricardo Silva, the Miami FC hosting Vegas Lights. And an interesting one late at Torero on Sunday in a crossover, Tampa Bay visiting San Diego Loyal. So it's the 22nd and the 23rd that has games this week in USL Championship. Reminder before we go, if you are in market and can catch some of the quality talent in all of these markets, please do so. Great action in the USL Championship. If you're in market and can't, follow along on your local providers. And if you are out of market and can't, follow along on ESPN Plus, all the matches in USL Championship broadcast all season long there on the platform. For everybody here at SDH, that's your look at everything going on in USL Championship. I'm just John. Played safe, everybody. Enjoy the matches in USL Championship.